Welcome once again to my channel Fox Business. My name is Sufusu Godwin, the marketing professional and the marketing trainer. In this edition, we're going to be talking about how to prepare for effective sales presentations. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, kindly click on the subscribe button, share, like, and comment. Now let's come to the topic. How to prepare for effective sales presentations. You see, not preparing for professional sales presentation could lead to a lot of problems for you as a salesperson. It is very stressful when you do not prepare for a sales presentation. As a salesman, your presentation should be professional enough and should be able to address the needs of the client. Now let's look at how to prepare for effective sales presentations. First thing is to do your research. It is important to research thoroughly, both about your product and then the services or whatever your prospect that you are going to the presentation does. It's very important. So who is your audience? You also need to understand who is your audience. Which organization? Is it an engineering organization? Is it a manufacturing organization? Etc. Who is the prospect that you are going to do the sales presentation to? Research the prospect's needs. Look out for possibly his problems and challenges. Understand his needs. Access the company's website and look out for several information about the organization. Look out, for example, about the size of the organization, ownership structure, key professionals in the organization, the executive team, the various managers, etc., who are within the organization. The size of the organization, is it large, small, medium, etc. It is important. Sit back, analyze your products, and then choose products that the prospect needs. You don't go to the presentation presenting all of your products in your portfolio or in your company's portfolio to the prospect. So choose specific products that per what the prospect does relates to his needs and will be able to solve his problems. It is important, as a matter of fact, to understand your prospect and get to know the organization and what it does properly. Right. The next thing to do is to make sure you set an objective for your presentation. So sit down and analyze, what is my objective for the presentation? Am I only going to introduce my company's products to the organization? Obviously, it is sell. You are doing the prospecting or the presentation for you to make a sale, to close a sale. Right? That is the main objective. It is up to you to create value or tell and promise the prospect that you'll be able to offer value. It is important to sit back and write down your objective. You could even quantify your objective by saying that the presentation will aim to win you about $1 million sales from that particular company or from selected prospects. It is important to have that at the back of your mind. So focus or think about how you'll be able to get quantified results from your presentation. So think about how your presentation is going to bring results. It is very important in preparing for effective sales presentation. Think about what will come out of your presentation. It is important to get to understand that. Remember, you're not only there to present slides or info. You're not there to lecture. You're not going to the lecture hall. You are going to, one, inform, differentiate your brand, influence, and persuade a prospect or an organization to patronize your product. So put that thing at the back of your mind. The next thing to think of is, where are you presenting? Are you presenting within the organization's premises face to face? Is it a large organization's boardroom or meeting room where you're going to make a presentation? Plan which platform to use. If, for example, you are supposed to do the sales presentation remotely or online or virtually, which platform are you going to use? Right. So now, where are you presenting? Is it face to face in the organization's meeting room, boardroom, etc.? This is very important. If it is remote, which platform are you going to use? And which platform is the prospect even ready to use? There's some prospect some prospect you cannot force them to download any app, be it Zoom or Google Meet. From my experience, most often I do my presentations normally the one-on-ones on WhatsApp video, which really works very nicely. If you are true with some prospects, they will be willing to have the meeting with you on a platform where as many as 3, 4, 5 other team members of the prospect can join. If it is important to also prepare a PowerPoint presentation or slides, what be it for face-to-face or remote. It could even be a seminar. I have also used seminar for sales presentations before, and it does works. But with seminar for sales presentation, you first of all need to advertise the seminar or invite people to the seminar. It could really be a large audience, right? It could be a large or sometimes a medium or small audience, right? When it comes to seminars, that one you are making a universal presentation to different participants. So you need to make sure that you tailor-made your presentation to meet each and every participant's needs. If it is remote, like I said, we are looking at different platforms. So maybe probably you might choose Zoom, Google Meet, or WhatsApp video calls, right? This would depend on the type of customers and then their location. If you virtually, normally when location is an issue where you are both geographically displaced, then it is important or it is good to try this. But WhatsApp video works very well, as most business professionals have WhatsApp business app on their phones. It is easy to set up. Very easy to set up. Right, it is very easy to set up. So you need to then take a look at where you are presenting. The next thing is to look at preparing your presentation materials. Preparing your presentation materials. Most often, we are most familiar with PowerPoint presentations. We use slides from Word, Microsoft PowerPoint to prepare most of our slides. Another alternative now is Google Slides. Google Slides is also another interesting and a very robust platform for preparing your presentations. One thing is that you can share your presentation to Google Meet, and you can also do collaboration on your presentation. You can ask your colleague to help do some edits by just inviting your colleague onto the Google Slide platform. Right. It is easy to share and edit. You can also try Canva. Canva is also very nice and very good for preparing presentations. Now, let's talk about the presentation, the content itself. Always don't forget to have a cover slide to grab the attention of the prospect. Ensure to have your logo at the cover slide. Keep your slides simple and short. Keep it simple and short. Limit the text on each slide. At most 4 bullet points on each slide will do. But don't overuse text. Your slide can also be shared to those that you had video meetings or video presentations with on WhatsApp Business or on WhatsApp, so you can upload in a PDF format. Usually the best format will be PDF, so you can convert it to PDF and then send it to them. With Google Slides, if you use Google Slides, it's easy to share to WhatsApp Business as well. It is important to include visuals and data, but it shouldn't be too much, to illustrate certain points and to provide insight. For example, it could be data on industry trends, it could be data on technology trends. Show photos of your products, if possible as well. It is also important, and it's also very good to also show videos of your product, especially your product in action. I recommend a minute video, less than a minute video, let's say 30-second, 45-second, or roughly a minute video can be inserted to explain or to show to clients how your products work. That is what we call the product in action or product demonstration. But don't overuse data and photos. Don't also use too much text, because the prospect or the audience are not there to read text. Ensure you use appropriate font size and font style. The font size should be visible. You can experiment the font size. Most people recommend 30. You can rehearse, you can test this to see how eligible it is. Don't forget your font styles. I will recommend Arial and Times New Roman. Arial and Times New Roman. Arial and Times New Roman. Maximum in the presentation will be 1 minute or 1:45 minutes, or let's say roughly 2 minutes per each slide. Always ensure to provide one idea per slide. So for example, if you are talking of control panels, explain control panels in one slide, and then maybe probably in the next slide you may add videos, etc. to back it up. Personalize your slides when doing different presentations to different audience. Don't forget, or always remember, that in drafting your presentation, think about the time of the audience. Don't waste time of the audience. So prepare presentation materials that will not waste time. Quality and not quantity. And always remember to add a call to action to your presentations so that the prospect will know when or where to make the next step to. The next thing is to ensure that you have backup of your slides or of your presentation material. Keep copies on your laptop, on USB, and if possible you have Google Drive, you can also keep copies there. Rehearse your materials, presentation materials, and let it be at your fingertips. The last thing I would say is that before you go for your presentation, or before you do your presentation, stretch up, exercise, relax, and breathe. You are not going to war, you are going to sell. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe. Share, comment, and like. Thank you very much.